Okay, we just, we're working over a bar that's a known bar, but you're checking it out by trolling, right?
Yeah.
This is Mona Lake, Thursday, and we're checking it out. So you went on started with a
250 just outside of weed line.
Several passes across the bar and the tip and the side.
We got a marker on the tip so we know where we're at. We made passes up and down both sides and across the tip with 250s. We also did the same thing with 200s.
200, 100.
We also did the same thing with 100s, and now we're going to make some passes with 700s.
Try with the 700. Really thoroughly cover it. It's a known structure, but you're just checking all the areas of it.
Checking all the depths.
Okay, makes sense. Down to about 18, 19 feet on this bar, and we didn't get any fish. The other thing we could do is to go on the top, anchor, and fan cast it.
Yeah,
with a jump type?
Slower speeds if we wanted to do it.
Check those out.
Yep.
Okay, that's the way of thoroughly fishing it then.
We thoroughly fish this finger.
Okay.
This bar.
Sounds good. Okay.
And they have a nice break line. It looks like it breaks about 16 foot into the deepest water. So if you get a bad weather condition, I wouldn't expect them to move up on the bar. You're going to have to check those deeper break lines out there, because these bars are rather flat.
Kind of flat. It's going to be hard to find them if they are up on them, probably. As well as they just aren't going to move.
If they get up on them, they'll be a piece of cake.
But they just aren't, because they're so flat?
Just because the fish are moving. If they get up on them, they'll be easy to catch.
I see. Okay. Yeah,
if there's a break line out here, it breaks at about 16 feet right into the deepest water. And up until you get to 16 feet, it's rather flat. So you wouldn't expect the fish to get way up on them, not too often. So I'd just say it'd be a good idea. You're going to have to check that break line at 16 feet.
16 deeper.
If you check the shallows and you don't catch it, if you don't go out to the fish, you may never get it.
Okay. Fishing over where this outlet, there's an outlet here.
Yeah.
And you say there's a couple of bars?
There's a bar over there and a bar over here, and you got a lot of deep water coming in real close to the shore.
Close to the shore, okay.
And this is a real good productive area. You got deep water right out here in front of us.
Close. Okay.
Right, it's close by.
So this is an area to fishing water.
Definitely, this is fishing water.
It's end of the lake near the launch because because of the watercolor and the structure?
That's the two reasons right there. It's got the best watercolor, it's got the best structure.
Down to about the bridge?
Down to about the bridge. There's some good stuff after the bridge, but the farther you go down, the clearer the water is, and the less pronounced the structure is. There's a couple good looking areas down there.
Yeah, there's some
fish, but
there's some deeper water down there, but this has got the better color.
Right.
Okay.
Right now.
You don't think they're going too good? You got a small mouth there, huh?
I got a small mouth. I don't think they're going too good right now.
I think they're kind of slow on a 250. Yeah. Okay.
That was on a 200. I'm not sure which was bigger.
A 200, okay.
The lure or the fish.
I think the fish had them by just a little bit, though.
I think we need to keep fishing.
I think we need to keep going. Let's keep trying. Okay, we're working another bar here you said has been productive in the past. Or
for northerns.
For northerns. It's off a point here on the north shore. And we did some trolling passes on it. We're going down to, we did some casting on it. And now we're going down to about 18, 19 feet.
Yeah, that's the mud line. About what? What we see? 21, 22 feet?
22 feet.
We got to work it down at least that deep.
You say that the mud line might be, if you were spending more time on a lake like this, that might be an area that you'd work when the fish really...
I'd work it a lot.
Really
bad weather conditions, especially, or for big fish.
Yeah. Okay.
You start bumping yet?
Kick up some speed. No, I don't think so. Yeah, there I'm just starting to bounce. Doing pretty good.
Okay, we're coming off right now.
Coming off right now, okay.
The boat's coming off. It's not as hard down there, but it's still workable.
This is a big, broad bar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a wide bar. It's got a finger on each end of it. Nothing in the middle.
So you're hitting both ends real well.
Okay, we're off now. I'm going to turn, make a turn.
Okay. You're slowing down a bit on the speed because of the depth.
Right. But you still, you got to check it out. You may want to run a couple passes through here pretty fast just to make sure. A lot of times you get your muskies and your northerns down there, you want to go pretty fast.
You'd use a little shorter line?
Just want to check it out. Big lure, shortest line as possible, just to get you down to the bottom.
Kick it up a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Now you're kicking up the speed a little bit just to check the faster speeds, right?
Yep. You
Okay.
don't know until you check it out.
On a big bar like this, you're just hitting the tips of those fingers, so you're not always bouncing. You're just you know where the
make
fingers.
sure I am when I come across the tips.
Concentrate on those.
Right.
So you're hitting both of those in one pass, then, even
Right.
though there's pretty good
Make sure I
size
run
bar.
off, walk the tips and run off the ends.
Okay.
I'm gonna speed her up a little bit.
Okay.
You can speed her up real good. Slow her down. That little change of speed a lot of times they'll do it for you.
Okay.
Crank her up a little bit. Slow her back down. Especially when it's hot.
Yeah.
When it's hot and muggy out, you want to wind her up.
Feel it when you're coming off the bar. You can feel it just before you're ready to come off it.
Yeah, you'll be walking pretty good, and then all of a sudden it'll be just walk a little lighter, and that's when you're going down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's when you're just getting ready to come off.
Then you can goose the engine to
Right.
kick up the
Come off,
speed.
you want to give her a little speed.
Okay.
A lot of times they'll take that thing blasting off there like that.
In our first structure we worked, you say the mud line's a little shallower, about 16 feet.
Well, the farther you go that way, the shallower your mud line gets. Of
Okay.
course, the shallower the water gets altogether.
Yeah.
Up there at that end, it could be as shallow as 14 or 16 foot. And down here, it could be 22, 23, which it is. And then up a little farther, it's going to be a little deeper probably.
Be a little easier to work at 16 than 22, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But if you got a bad weather condition, the fish might be a little more comfortable at 22 than they would be at 16.
Okay. You say if you catch a northern, they scatter quite a bit, so it's not as indicative of a particular spot where the fish come as if you caught a bass.
The way I see it, northerns have a tendency they'll come up to the weed line or break line and they'll move up and down it. Whereas bass scatter, but they don't scatter all way down the weed line or way down the break line like a northern does.
Yeah. Okay.
Your sloppy presentation will get by with northern pike, but it won't get by with the large and smallmouth.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got a nice pike here. Couple, I don't know, 5 pounds or more.
5-6 pounds,
5,
I'd
6
say.
pounds. Caught him at about
14-foot break line.
14-foot break line. Kind of slow today, but that's not a bad fish.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
sounds good.
Let's go get another one, Chase.
Okay.
Turn him loose.
Turn him loose. There you go. All right. Okay, we caught that northern. Now we're right back going across the same structure, same depth from the other direction.
Yep. This is an area between two bars where you got some deep water that swings in real close to the bank. It's a real productive area.
Oh yeah, where that water outlet
Right. It's
is.
got immediate access to deep water here,
Okay.
which will make it a pretty good spot on a bad condition like we're faced with today.
In fact, I have to admit, you told me, you said if we catch a fish, this is the best spot. Try to catch
I
him.
figured it's the best chance, the best spot we
chance.
have to catch a fish.
And you were right. We caught him right there.
We got lucky. Everybody gets lucky once in a while.
Okay. Luck with a little knowledge, huh? Right?
I don't know. I call it luck. I'll take it if ever.
You take it whatever.
Yeah, whenever.
That's right. Now, we were coming off a bar, and you made a line sight right as you came off that was pretty accurate. You swung around and came back to that line sight so that you could start your pass at that same point, right?
Right, that gets you back on the bar.
Back on the bar. Now, a lot of times you think, well, gee, you got to follow that same line sight, but you just use that line sight to get to the particular point where you left it.
Right. You just want to know where you are. That
Yeah.
keeps you from getting lost.
Then as the break line changes, you adjust to that.
Sure.
Okay, makes sense.
On here, and you got a finger coming out. Well, you can look up here and you can say, well, that finger starts coming out right about here. And you can even get it to where if you fish the lake enough all the time, you can get it to say, well, I know I got to turn out right here. That lines up, make your turn out, and you can even get a sight this way. And you know, say, well, I know I got to go right towards here. Guess who's coming? Guess who's up there?
Who's up there?
Denny and Jeannie.
All right. So pretty much every time you come off a bar and turn around to come back on it, you take a line sight.
Yeah, I want to know where I am.
Okay.
Like I said, that keeps me from getting lost all the time. Got him done, buddy. We caught one northern, one smallmouth about that big, and one walleye about that big.
Is there,
Of course, we couldn't get out here until...
Teddy on here?
No, Ted went to, where'd he go? No,
No,
something
Hart Lake.
Hart
Was it?
Lake. Just north of here. They seen a map of it. We ate breakfast with them. They saw a map, and away they went.
Him and Lance?
Yeah. Lance got 25 to 30 northerns on Hess Lake yesterday by himself.
Did he?
And one bass, 18-inch bass.
Is Gordy and them over there, are they?
I don't know. I don't know. We did a little worse yesterday on
Cotto?
yeah.
Yeah,
We did get about 6 or 8 of them, about 3 pounds, but
We talked to,
nothing like,
We talked to the guys up at the tent. They said you didn't do too good on it.
not as good as the day before.
It's all relative.
Same spot.
Casting.
Got it, Cass.
Couldn't get him trolling.
Couldn't you?
Troll through there a bunch of times. Anchor right on it and throw a...
I slowed down right there. Just like I slowed down. Yeah.
They're really not doing nothing yet.
Pretty short.
Yeah.
Now we're fishing a bar and brake line on the south side of the lake. We're running a 250. And you say that way out at the end of the bar here is where they likely are coming
I would say so.
on the bar from the deep water, and then they follow that brake line all the way through here, and you've gotten a lot of northerns here.
Yeah, the smallmouth we only hit about at the inside turn on there.
Okay.
Usually they won't go past that. If there's a good movement, they'll move up to the inside turn, and that's usually as far as they go.
Find the northerns will spread a little bit more than in.
We've caught northerns
Farther.
down through here, but not smallmouth.
Okay.
Oh, there was a couple snags here.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing? Quit playing around.
Keep from getting
Quit playing with them fish.
trying to keep from getting damn
Frank,
fish.
quit playing with them
Okay,
fish.
now what'd you get? He's just still, oh, that's a
You
nice.
can't catch it.
You can't catch it.
There we go.
Oh, those are nice fish.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Dripping
let's-
all over my pop can and everything.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Can't get rid of them here though.
Chunky fish.
Now, we'll put them
Chunky.
in the live well and we'll dump them in the deep.
Chunky fish. Caught him on a casting position?
Yeah.
Tube worm.
Tube work.
Slow speed.
Fish.
Slow speed. Slow speed.
So we'll put
Okay.
those back.
Way to
How
go.
deep was it?
We were
Right
10
at,
foot.
right at the 12-foot break line. Right. We were sitting in, anchored at 9.6, casting the. We were in the point and we were casting
Out.
out towards the Lake Michigan side. So.
Okay, we're gonna check and see where the mud line is.
See it change there?
Oh yeah.
Watch it get narrower. Watch the band get a little narrower as we.
As we come shallower. It's about 20 feet now, or
There
21.
it got a little narrower.
Okay, not
it?
much, but it did. Yep.
So we'll run back off of it again.
Okay, so that's the mud line. That's a definite break line.
It's a break line.
Okay, fish on. From the cast, the jump spoon. Nice northern.
Yep. See
You
if we
wanna-
get him in here without killing myself.
Nice fish. All right.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. On the cast on a bar that you had mapped previously, right?
Yep. We haven't caught much yet today, so we thought we'd.
Oh, a couple northern are pretty decent. He
Inhaled her.
he inhaled it and didn't. I couldn't feel too much of
Nice
it either.
fish.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Nice fish.
About a what? About a 30 incher or 28? Nice.
You can call him whatever you want.
I tend to overestimate.
33.
33. I actually underestimated a fish. Okay.
Nice fish, Chase.
Way to go. It's kind of on a slow day. I guess can't say it's all bad, huh? Ooh, he's lively too. Good.
Let's catch another one.
Let's go get another one. Say you got a little line twist?
Yeah, my jump tight lure. Every time you jump it, it kind of spins. So after a while, a couple days, it gets a little twist in it. So rather than put on new line, I just troll it behind the boat for a little ways, reel it in, tie it back on, and start all over.
Get it started. You put your rod tip in the water so the line would drag more.
They'll pull the line out a little bit.
Okay, that's a good idea. You're
I gotta get one out.
gonna go down to the transition or the
Yeah, the mud line. We're gonna push the mud line.
wire in 100 is about can hit about 20 feet or 22.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Checking out by feel what the hardness, you said around 18 is still pretty hard.
Yeah, around 18. It looks like around 19 or 20 feet, 21 feet. That's where the mud line is.
Where the softness begins.
Right.
And you do that by feel as much as you do by what you're
Yeah,
seeing
you can
on
see
the...
it on the finder, but you can also feel it.
Yeah. Okay. You said you noticed we aren't doing the same thing all the time. We check different
Depths and different speeds. Casting and trolling both. How does Mr. Perry say it? The fish do not move constantly nor consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't do the same thing all the time unless we're having absolute success. We don't know what the fish are doing. We know they're not moving very good, so we start in the shallows and we fish as deep as the break lines go, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more else you can do.
Sometimes it's a wire line or casting or trolling at certain different depths, so you got to check it all.
Yeah, it's all spoon plugging.
Yeah. Okay, we did a little bit of deep wire line on the transition area. Now we're going back to a proven spot.
Yeah, we're going back to where we hit a lot of northerns. We'll just start out with a 250 again and work on down.
All right.
Just keep doing it,
Keep doing it until they move. Okay, we had a few bumps casting here on this brake line, and you figure, well, let's go out a little deeper on the mud line, find that bar out there, and anchor and cast that area.
Yeah, we'll fan cast the end of the bars out there in the deeper water. We ain't hitting much shallow. Denny's not hitting much, so we just got to do it deeper. So we're gonna slow down a little bit and use jigs out on the end to check our slower speeds.
Okay, anchor in about 20.
Anchor around 20 feet.
20
Just
feet.
fan cast the whole thing as far as we can reach both ways.
At the tip of the bar where it comes out
tip
here.
of the bar where it breaks into the deepest water.
Okay,
Okay?
makes sense. You're going to look for it by running the 20-foot brake line,
Yeah.
find out where it points.
Yep.
Okay. And that'll tell you where you should anchor.
Yep.
All right. So what you did, you're anchoring upwind off the tip, so you're casting across it?
All right, we're casting across the tip right now.
Okay.
The finger sticks out right here. And that's where we're tapping. We're fan casting the finger of the bar.
The finger.
Right now.
Okay. And that bar is about 20 feet. Because we're anchored about 24
Yeah.
off it. Okay. Okay, we're on just beyond the bridge. There's a real underwater hump in the middle of the lake. You gonna look it over?
Yeah, I don't know where. I don't know what it does here.
Okay, we'll check it out. In a couple passes watching that brake line.
I just want to see where it breaks into the deepest water at.
You're looking for the sharpest brake.
Yeah.
What's the brake line you're following?
I'm just going around it right now looking for where it breaks into the deepest water.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for a finger.
Looking for a finger. Okay.
Looks like it breaks off a little better on this side.
On which side?
On this
On
side.
the east side. Okay.
Yeah. But it's pretty daggone flat.
Flat on top.
Yeah.
I think it comes up to about 6 or 7 feet.
Not very big across the end of it. You should be able to get cast it all from one casting position.
So your deepest water is a little
Looks
bit to
like it's
the
out
east.
that way.
Okay. All right.
So we'll put him in up again for the camera.
Nice
Okay.
little one.
Way to go.
Hell, the 6-pounders are about that wide.
He was a lot wider than that.
How big
All the
was
way
he?
Back to his tail.
How big?
I'd say he was about 12 pounds.
All right.
When did you do that?
30 pounds.
Just a little bit ago?
Yeah, just passed before this. Just now.
Them guys down the other end, they've been throwing gitzits.
Yeah.
They're from Lake Erie. They fished a lot of gitzits out there. And then, you know that hump on the other side of the bridge?
Yeah.
You know, he comes out on that point and there's a hump on the end of it.
Yeah.
They caught 2 there earlier,
To what?
smallmouth. And then they just hit a nice one, about 2.5 pounds.
Did it?
Yeah. On this side. Oh, on that shoreline.
On that shoreline there. On the other side of this point,
Okay.
there's a creek coming in down there a little ways. The
Yeah.
other side of this point, we hit one right there.
Right before the big bar.
Yeah, right for it.
Yeah. I think we're gonna quit.
Come back out tonight, ain't you? Just gonna call her a day.
Debbie will be here.
Yeah.
All depends on what she wants to do.
Don't know when she's coming. She gonna
She'll
get
be here
off,
about 4 o'clock.
get off a little early.
I think they left between 12 and 1 they
We're
left.
gonna stick it out.
Have you been to the campground at all?
Yeah, we got our tent set up there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Next year,
Okay.
2 years ago when we was here, we had smallmouth. So, tents in the
Yep,
barn.
that's about as deep as I've had success in this sucker.
So we're gonna go make it out. We'll make another fix now.
You get a picture of him?
Yeah, she was taking the camera just to sing it a moment.
I got him in the water, I got him jumping, I got him.
That sucker, I thought he was gonna bite me up.
Nice fish.
Boy, they're chunks, John. You ain't seen Steve Bramer out here yet, have you?
Huh?
Okay, this is it for today. We're coming out. Got to check out your license plate. You see you got a different license plate? All right.
This is Chase's favorite fish. Big.